Hey guys, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Now, this is the first live stream I've done here, so bear with me and let's run down SummerSlam. Let's see what you guys have to say about SummerSlam and go from there. So let's see which matches we had, which matches were good, which matches were alright. I see some people already here in the chat. We got Paul Moreru, we've got David Autry, we've got Melvin Benton, Firewolf Jordan Ramsey, LG Travis. Hey guys, thanks for being here. Alright, so the show kicked off with the kickoff show, and we had that big tag team match from Smackdown. It was the Usos, American Alpha, and the Hype Bros defeating Breezango, the Ascension, and the VOD Villains. Another kickoff match, we had Sami Zayn and Neville defeating the Dudley Boyz. Now, I didn't see it here, but there is a rumor that the WWE may be wanting to break up the Dudleys, and that they will probably tease it in the SummerSlam match, but I didn't notice it. So we had another kickoff match. It was the first match in a best-of-7 series, Sheamus versus Cesaro. And I thought this match was pretty good with Sheamus getting the win. Yeah, some people said it sucked. I mean, for what it wasn't bad in my opinion. Then the main card kicked off, and we had Big Cass and Enzo Amore taking on Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. I really was shocked at the finish of this match. Not just the move they used, because that move was, if it was done better, was great. That pop-up, I guess you would call it a pop-up code breaker. But it did lead to Jericho getting the win. I know you guys are asking about Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. I have not heard anything on Randy Orton's status yet, whether he is legitimately injured after getting busted open or not. Alright, let's see what else you guys have to say. Yes, Lesnar. David Autry says that Lesnar is the shit. Alright, let's see. Billy McGrath, longtime subscriber. Talk to you often. You are great. Glad to see that you're here. Alright, let's see. What else do we have here? The women's title match. Now, I know you guys are going to ask what's going on with Sasha Banks. Yes, Paul, Neville, and Sami Zayn did get the win. Now, Sasha Banks lost the women's championship. There are two different stories going around, and neither one I can confirm. As of right now, they're both rumors. One says that Sasha Banks is injured, and that she's requested time off, and that's why she dropped the title. Another one is that she's getting suspended. Now, here's why I think it could be the suspension. When I first heard Charlotte was going to win this match, it was late Thursday, early Friday, I want to say. They found out about the wellness violation suspensions and the, I guess, failures Wednesday. Now, Sasha is taken off of everything for the next 30 days. So essentially, if they announce her suspension tomorrow, her next, I guess, scheduled appearance isn't for 30 days, September 23rd. So if you put two and two together, that one does make some sense. Because the other one, with them saying, oh, okay, she's looking to go take some time off, she just got that women's championship. Okay, there's one reason. She's not going to want to just lose the title that quickly. Second, did you see the match? She did a lot of stuff in that match that would make you think she was injured. So, I mean, real Stephen Curry Warriors 72-9 said, I'm not watching WWE for 30 days. Sasha Banks suspended. Brock is not going to get suspended. If he really did injure Randy Orton or not, but Billy says that he was listening to a Nikki Bella interview, and she says she had some big ideas for the women's roster. Yes, I did see that. The blood was not fake on Randy Orton, Travis. Alright, we had a quick match after the women's title match with The Miz retaining the Intercontinental Championship over Apollo Crews. Then we had one hell of a match with AJ Styles defeating John Cena. I mean, we had the suplex on the ring apron. We had some people thought, I even thought at first before I saw the replay, AJ Styles did an AA, but it was more like a neck breaker to John Cena. Whew, that was a good match. Your name's not Travis. Well, your name's LG Travis. Okay. Cena and AJ, what did you guys think of that match? I thought that match was one of the best matches, if not the best match of the night. No, AJ didn't get buried. AJ went over John Cena, and the reason AJ beat John Cena is because John Cena is leaving soon to go film American Grit. Bring back the hardcore title. David, I would agree. We do need the hardcore title back. Next up, we had the Tag Team Championship match. Now, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson technically got the win because, they won by disqualification. So that just sets up another match between these two teams. And I thought it was going to be Big E comes out. He's going to distract, and that's how the New Day is going to win. Not just get a disqualification for the New Day. That was kind of crap. I mean, I know they wanted to set up another match between these two teams with the Tag Team Championships on the line, because to be honest, what other teams do you have on not Smackdown, but Raw? I agree, I think it is time for them to lose the Tag Team Championships, but I think that's why they did the DQ finish, because you don't have another good team on Raw to really go against the New Day for the tag titles. So they just did it in a way to make a second match between Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, and the New Day make sense. Paul Marrero, I'm going to Raw tomorrow, and I think there's going to be a rematch for the titles. It could happen tomorrow on Raw. It could, because the first Raw pay-per-view is not for a while. The next pay-per-view is going to be Backlash for SmackDown. Alright, so next up we had the WWE World Championship match with Dean Ambrose successfully defending against Dolph Ziggler. And I thought this match was pretty good. There were some people that were telling me that they thought the match was just there. But I thought it was a good match. I really liked it. I thought both men worked well. A lot of people thought Dean Ambrose played more of a heel in this match, and he kind of did. But, I mean, they had to do it like that because this whole story was that Dolph Ziggler was over as this big baby face, and he was trying to redeem himself. So you guys are asking about Bayley. From what I have heard, some people have told me that it makes sense for her to go to Raw, but they may add her to SmackDown because they need the depth on that women's division over there. But back to the world title match, the WWE Championship match. Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler. I thought, like I said, good match. The finish, it worked. I liked how when Dean hit that Dirty Deeds, he just told the ref, count it, ref. And like, 1, 2, 3, there you go. But, alright. SmackDown's women's, I guess, tag match. It was originally, Eva Marie was supposed to be on one team with with Natalya and Alexa Bliss. On the other side, it was Becky, Naomi, and Carmella. We all know what happened to Eva Marie. They announced her, said that she's on vacation in Europe, and her replacement was none other than Nikki Bella. It was kind of a no-brainer once we found out late last week that Nikki was cleared, that she was going to be the replacement in this match. But to me, she got a good reaction from the crowd, yet she was on the heel team. So does that mean she's going to be a heel going forward, or is she just working the heel team tonight and then going to be a babyface going forward? That right now is not known until we see what happens this week on SmackDown. Let's see, you guys are asking about Goldberg. A lot of people thought Goldberg was going to be there tonight. People that kept messaging me and asking me, hey, is Goldberg going to be here? Is Goldberg going to be here? From everything I had heard I kept telling people, I don't think so, just watch. And he didn't show up. And, I mean, to be honest, I don't know if Brock's going to be on Raw tomorrow, but what I've been told was Brock may not be back working like a big pay-per-view match until, I think it's the Royal Rumble in January. You can message me on Twitter. You can send me a DM. You can message me. The easiest way to do it is through Facebook. You can also do it on Instagram. Yeah, Billy, it did seem like she's going to be a babyface on Smackdown after the interview. I did see that as well. Okay. I gotta say it. What did you guys think of the Universal Championship? The Raw Red Universal Championship. I don't really like it, to be honest. So, that's just my opinion, though. A lot of people had the same opinion. They didn't like the Universal title. Yes, Sarah Small says it's awful. Too generic. Well, Billy, if you think that title's too generic, what about the other title? Should they change them both? I mean, remake the WWE Champion. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I should say this or not, but I have heard, I'm just going to say it, the Women's Championship for SmackDown. Originally, the plan was for it to look exactly like the one on Raw, but behind the WWE logo was going to be blue. So I don't know if that's what they're going to go with or not. But for all those titles to pretty much look the same, it's like, I don't know, because I mean, UFC, all their titles look the exact same, so. Trish Stratus back to the WWE? No, I really don't see that happening. She had said that if it was worth her time to help like get somebody new way over, she would come back, but I don't think she's going to come back. Trish Stratus, she's having too much success with her yoga and her acting and stuff outside the WWE that she really doesn't need to come back. But let's get back to this Universal title match. I mean, great match. I feel like the entrance for Finn Balor, though, was just there because we saw it on Raw. There was nothing special about it. There was nothing. He didn't do anything different. To be honest, the one on Raw, in my opinion, it was better because it was slower and it took a little longer, and he just seemed more methodical in the way he was doing things in the entrance on Raw. I thought the Raw entrance was better, and maybe it was just because we had already seen it. But that's just my opinion. I think the Raw entrance compared to tonight's entrance at SummerSlam for Finn Balor was better. The match, though, was great. I mean, if I had to say what was match of the night, it's kind of a toss-up between AJ and Cena or the Universal title match. I may lean a little more towards AJ Styles and John Cena as match of the night, but that's just my opinion. MBT X-Moud. AJ versus Cena, match of the night, yeah. Let's see. Check back here, look at your questions. Mickey James back to WWE soon after leaving TNA. That's a tough one because the way she left the WWE, she kind of left, it wasn't on bad terms, but it really wasn't on good terms as well. And so I don't know exactly, how this is going to work with her coming back or not. I know that there's, I don't want to say issues, but there's things also. Someone asked me the other day if her husband would ever come into WWE, and from what I've heard is they're not interested, as somebody that's worked with him previously kind of talked bad about him, but that's another topic for another day. Anyways, let's see. Back to this championship match. I kind of had a feeling Finn Balor was going to win it. Yes, going into the match, a lot of people assumed, Finn Balor was going to win it. He's in the demon gimmick. But when he kept missing the coup de grace 2-3 times and finally didn't hit it to the 4th time, you knew he was going to win the match there. Because he wouldn't keep teasing that move if he wasn't going to eventually use it to win the match. Now, here's my question. What do you guys think of the new, I guess it's not really, well, yeah, all the, it says Demon King in like the Joker style writing going down the side of him and on his legs and stuff. What do you guys think of that? It's different. I know they wanted to change it up for the main roster, so the 6 other matches for Sheamus and Cesaro, they just haven't been announced yet. We might get one tomorrow on Raw. They might wait to do the next one at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view. It's really unknown how they're going to schedule the other 6 matches. But Sheamus is up 1-0. Paul says that he hates the demon gimmick and it's a complete joke. I know people that have said that, and it's cool. I think it was a little better when he was in Japan because they didn't make it out to be this big, huge spectacle. It was just whenever he had a big match, he kind of dressed up. He kind of got all the body paint on. And one time he was Venom from Spider-Man. Another time he was the Joker from Batman. And it was cool, but WWE's made it into something that they can brand, and I think that's why some people are starting to, I guess you could say, sour on it, because when, like I said, when he did it in Japan, it was just something that he was doing to have fun, and now doing it in WWE, it's more of a they want it because they can make money off of it. Smojo, Raw or SmackDown Live, from what I have heard, more likely SmackDown Live. Oh. Okay, Nest Sanch says NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 or SummerSlam. Ooh, that's a tough one because, yes, we had great matches on SummerSlam, but we had some really great matches. So I guess I'd have to go with NXT because the tag title match, the women's title match, and the NXT Championship match were all great matches. On SummerSlam tonight, we had 2 matches that I can say were in that league. So if I had to pick which show was better, I guess I'm going to have to lean more towards NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. Bayley, Raw or SmackDown. I said this already, but I'll say it again. Bayley, I've heard that she could go to Raw, but they might add her to SmackDown because of the, I guess they need depth over there. Gargano and Ciampa should have won. I think, yeah, you can say Gargano and Ciampa should have won because, well, not really. The Revival, they just won the titles back at the last, I guess, TakeOver special. So let them hold the titles for a while. Have them face another team like TM61, and then have Gargano and Ciampa challenge again, maybe, and then win it. But The Rock at SummerSlam, no, The Rock wasn't at SummerSlam from what I heard. TNA, they barely got enough money to stay alive themselves, let alone try to buy the WWE. Yeah, WWE is not for sale. I know there's rumors going around that Vince is selling all his stock, so that way once they sell the company, that it's going to be, he's going to have his money and he can just go live off his retirement. No, WWE is not, at least for right now, not being sold. Let's see. David Autry says Nakamura, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, Samoa Joe, all to the main roster. Now, here's what I can say about that. Joe lost. As long as his jaw is not broken, his main roster debut is imminent. As far as Nakamura, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, I haven't heard anything about Austin Aries as far as him coming to the main roster. I know he's going to start feuding with Hideo Itami. And as far as Nakamura and Roode, Bobby Roode is supposed to be the next challenger for the NXT Championship. And if he beats Nakamura, then Nakamura will come to the main roster after that. AJ Styles, next champ on SmackDown. He is supposed to be the next #1 contender for that championship, yes. Alright, let's get back to the SmackDown rundown. Let's see. U.S. title match that never happened. All I can say is if Roman Reigns does not show up on Monday Night Raw tomorrow as a heel, this was all a wasted segment. A wasted, 10, 15 minutes on my screen? No. If Roman Reigns does not come out tomorrow as a full-fledged, full-on heel, was a whole waste. Because, I mean, it doesn't even make sense. Why would he be the one to want to just beat the crap out of Rusev? Rusev should be the one that's mad because, you know, the whole Lana cake thing. So, in my opinion, it really didn't make sense, the whole segment at all. And Roman kept coming out, oh, I'm going to get him, I'm going to get him, I'm going to beat him down. It just, to me, the whole thing was just awkward and didn't make sense. Yeah, Rusev attacked him first, but how many times have we seen someone try to get in the ring, the guy that's already in the ring knocks him out of the ring, and then they get in and do the match? So, in my opinion, for Roman to go all crazy like he did, it's gotta be a heel turn, I hope. And finally, the main event. Brock Lesnar destroyed Randy Orton. Put him through a table. Gonna try and put him through a second table, but got RKO'd. And then he eventually busted Orton open. Now, I have not heard exactly anything about Orton being busted open yet. I'm trying to get word on that, but let's see something really fast. Let me check. I do have a message here. No. Okay, so Randy Orton, if you did not see SummerSlam, which I know most of you, yes, it was the worst match of the night. From what I was told previously, the show was supposed to go 20 minutes over, and it only went about 8 to 10. So I don't know if Orton getting busted open the way he did ended the show early, or if that was the plan altogether. But from what I heard, WWE was telling pay-per-view providers to give the show at least a 20-minute overrun, and the overrun only really went about 8 to 10 minutes. So it could have been Orton really did get busted open, and the doctors really didn't want him to go anymore, so they had to end it. But, I mean, we'll know more in the morning exactly what happened with that, so let's see. Other news and notes from SummerSlam. There really wasn't anything that came, to be honest. Like most big events, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, you think, okay, what newsworthy stuff came out of this event after we see who won here? Nothing really did, other than the Sasha Banks thing with the two rumors that I already mentioned. So I wouldn't call it the worst SummerSlam, Alfredo, but it wasn't great, I'll tell you that. Billy says, I was reading they sent out Shane to end the show with F5. I did hear that Shane wasn't supposed to go out there, and they did send him out there. So a lot of people were upset X-Mad when Sasha lost that title. But hey, things happen. We'll know more tomorrow exactly what's the status of Sasha Banks. So, but alright, let's see. Any more WWE news? Remember, tomorrow morning, both Finn Balor and Charlotte will be on Good Morning America. Usually, I was kind of surprised it was Good Morning America and not the Today Show, since WWE has that relationship with NBC, but hey, they're going to be on ABC. That works for me. Let's see, let's read some of these comments. What's best SummerSlam? In my opinion, the best SummerSlam? Oh, that's such a tough one. I really liked 2013, and I really like SummerSlam 2000. Shane versus Brock, or Shane recruit Goldberg. The Goldberg thing, I don't know what's going on with Goldberg. No, people might say they know what's going on with Brock Lesnar and Goldberg and all that, but nobody really knows. The one thing I can say is with Goldberg calling out Brock in Germany when he was at Gamescom for 2K, Goldberg, when he knows something, he likes to tease it. So there could be something there, but I'm not really sure. Jake Lewis says, 1998 SummerSlam was the best for me. That was a really good SummerSlam. I will have to say I did like the 98 SummerSlam a lot. but I think my favorite would have to be 2000. Did I like the stage? I was iffy when I saw the pictures of people when people. Oh, let me start over. The stage. When I got pictures of it, not turned on, it with no graphics, I was iffy about it. But once I saw it all lit up and with the graphics and everything, I did like it. I liked it a lot. Let's see, all that blood. Yeah, that was a lot of blood, and a couple people in the chat have said that it was fake blood, and I got some messages on Twitter, people saying fake blood. That was not fake blood. 2000 was epic. New belt is trash. Undertaker at SummerSlam. From what I heard, he wasn't at SummerSlam. I don't think he was backstage. But I mean, hey, I could have got some info that wasn't correct or something, but I did not hear anything about Undertaker being there at SummerSlam. I know he did have, I don't want to call it a meeting, but he did have a little thing with Shane last Monday night, and I don't know if it's to have the Undertaker come back or not, but I know between Undertaker and the McMahons, from what I've heard before, he is closest with Shane than any of them. So it could have been Shane trying to talk Undertaker into coming back. Let's see. Can I get a shout out? Rage Kips, is that how you say it? Rage Kips. Shout out to Rage Kips. Big E being back, that wasn't a surprise. Everyone knew Big E was, because they kept playing it so much that Big E's not going to be there. Big E's not going to be there, and it was pretty obvious Big E was going to show up and either have the match end in a DQ or distract Gallows and Anderson to help his team win. Liv Morgan, Raw or SmackDown. Liv Morgan ain't coming up anytime soon. Let's see. Xmoud says, reminder, John Cena will be at SmackDown Live to say he lost to AJ Styles. Yes, I do think that they are going to uphold on that and have AJ call John Cena out and say, hey, you got to say that I beat you. That could happen. I know if you look at the schedule for American Grit, I think they're not supposed to start filming for about 3 to 4 weeks, so John can be on for a couple more weeks. Sorry, I missed it. Pro Wrestling. The new belt. Jared's asking about the new belt again. Oh, the new belt's crap. I don't like it at all. Malicious Mayhem TV says SummerSlam 2003 is the best. I like 2003. What about the Balor Club? I don't know. I did hear that the WWE may have given up on the Balor Club trademark, and if so, then they're not looking to do anything with the Balor Club because, if they don't trademark it, they don't make much money off of it, they ain't going to do it. So, Melina signing with the WWE. There is a rumor that they have talked to Melina, but the two sides have not come to an agreement yet. Who do you think is going to win? What's your prediction on SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions? Okay. SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I think... Now, here's the thing. It's either probably going to come down to the Usos or American Alpha. I know Vince is really counting on the Usos to stay healthy because he thinks they can help that division, but the Usos keep getting hurt. If one's not hurt, the other's hurt, and it's just a whole big mess with those two. I don't know if it's their dives and their style, but who do you think's going to get suspended? To be honest, I have heard there could be one more. I don't know if there's going to be another suspension. From the signs of what's going on, it looks like it could be Sasha Banks, but I don't know. Rizongo, Tyler Breeze getting a push. I have heard that. I have heard that Vince does like Rizongo as a team, as an act. He thinks that those two are great together and does want to do something with them. I don't think the Usos are boring. I think they're the same since they've started. They haven't changed, and they're just, we need to see something different from them. So I don't think it's that they're boring. I think it's that they need to change some things. Alright, let's go. I asked you on Facebook, but I didn't know if you saw it. Do you think Rusev's suspended because it looks like... I did not see this. An injury angle with Rusev. If Rusev was getting suspended, he would have lost the title. That's at least what I think. Because if he gets suspended for 30 days, what are they going to do? Strip him of the title? So that's what I think. And I don't think it's an injury angle. I think it's more of he's just hurt tonight and he'll be good to go tomorrow most likely. Asuka to Raw or SmackDown? Asuka's the champion. They want her down there for a little while to help. Because, to be honest, she's the only one down there with, I guess you could say, experience. And they need people down there in NXT, especially women, that can give experience to those new females, to the new women. What's going on with John Morrison? Okay. I'll tell you exactly what's going on with John Morrison. John Morrison... do you guys want Lucha Underground Season 3 spoilers or not? I can't talk about John Morrison's situation unless I know you guys want to hear spoilers. Let me know in the chat if you guys want to hear spoilers for Season 3 of Lucha Underground, and then I can talk about the whole John Morrison thing. Let's see, MBTX mount 5:53 a.m. here. I'm still alive for PWU. Love ya. Thanks. You are one of our longest subscribers, and I appreciate everything that you do, and all the shout outs and all the comments, and you're always watching the videos and commenting on the videos, and I really appreciate it. Let's see. What's your favorite brand, Raw or SmackDown? I don't think you can say you have a favorite brand because, like, for me, my favorite wrestler is Seth Rollins, and he's over there on Raw. But then, at the same time, my second favorite wrestler is AJ Styles, and he's over there on SmackDown. So it's like, I can't really pick. And then you go down, I guess you say, you go down the roster from there. And it's just like, other than like 3 or 4 guys on Raw and 3 or 4 guys on SmackDown, the rosters aren't much different as far as how they're going to use and how they've been using guys. Alright, you guys want these spoilers. Okay. So John Morrison, in Season 3 of Lucha Underground, becomes Lucha Underground champion. He is under contract with them. I don't know how many seasons he's signed for, but I've heard he has a deal similar to Ricochet where he can get out early. Most guys are signed for like 6 seasons, but he may be able to get out either after Season 3 or after Season 4. Now, he does lose the championship on the season finale, from what I have heard, to Puma, Ricochet, and then he ends up losing the title. So, he does end Season 3 not as a champion, but now here's the other thing. If I was told correctly, your contract in Lucha Underground states that if you get out of your contract and you want to go work somewhere else, you can't be on TV until, I think it's 6 months after your last appearance on Lucha Underground TV. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I feel like that's crazy that, okay, you have these guys like Puma, like Ricochet, and Morrison too, who want to go somewhere else, and essentially if they can't go anywhere 6 months after, they really can't go anywhere to 2018. So we're going to have to see if they can get out of their contracts early. You can't say Puma's going to WWE. Nobody knows that right now. Nobody. Not even your Dave Meltzers and Brian Alvarez's. And no, nobody knows where Puma's going right now. Let's see. Are you going to play WWE 2K17? For sure. I love WWE games. I play all the WWE games. I've already got it pre-ordered. I go to the midnight release, I get it, and I'm going to live stream it that night. I think I've heard here since the hundreds. I've been here since the hundreds. Wow. Thank you for that. Long-time subscriber, Jared Anderson. Been here since the hundreds. We're up to almost 30. Tell you right now, we are almost at... almost at 3,800 subscribers, and I appreciate that from bottom of my heart. PS4. I have Xbox One, but I primarily stick with PS4. So, let's see. Keep them questions coming. You guys give me questions, I'll stay on. Like, SummerSlam was okay, but there wasn't, like I said, it wasn't very newsworthy, so there wasn't much to talk about. Yes, Jake has been here since the beginning, like the beginning. Jake was one of the very first subscribers. Let's see. Your content is the most accurate. It's not like, oh, don't even get me. I'm not even going to comment. Sean's View Entertainment. He's apparently back. No comment on that. You're better than most YouTube rumor accounts. You deserve more subs. Not those other channels. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Brandon Carbone. Thank you for that. What's my name on PS4? It is Weibo322. You guys can add me, and when 2K17 comes out, we'll play some 2K17. I don't know how you get less subs than... Well, here's the thing. I guess I can comment on Sean's View for a second. He's been around for like 5 years. I've been around for 1 year, so I guess that's the gist of it. Jared Anderson, yes, Weibo322 is right. Wanted to change it, I made that account way back when PS3 first came out, but you can't, so sticking with it. Billy McGrath, legit my favorite YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Chauncey Bullock, I subscribed. Thank you. Madden 17 comes out tomorrow. Yeah, I might rent it from Redbox. I like the football games, but not a big fan of them, I guess you can say. Jared Anderson, I'll add you. I'll be looking for it. Alright, let's see. What other questions do you guys have wrestling related? Respect the hell out of your channel. What do you think the future is for Brock? I said this a little bit earlier. From what I've heard, he may not be back. He may be on Raw tomorrow, but other than that, he may not be back to the Royal Rumble. Ooh, I have been getting questions about the Royal Rumble. From what I have heard, it can take place in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. That WWE was, I don't know exactly what happened with the whole at a live event. They stated that it was going to be January 22nd, and then for some reason the day after they were telling people it's not going to happen in the Staples Center. But from what I heard, they were waiting for the NBA schedule to come out, and the NBA schedule has the Clippers don't have a game. The Lakers are playing, I think, in Dallas that night, so the Staples Center is open for the Royal Rumble in January, and if it is taking place, I will be there live at the Royal Rumble. Who's my least favorite superstar? Curtis Axel? I mean, it's hard to say who your least favorite is, and I couldn't even say Curtis Axel if it was the Curtis Axel who used to be Intercontinental Champion. Jake Lewis, is this your job? I'm trying to make it my job. I really am. Who do you think will main event WrestleMania? That's really hard to say because, to be honest, this year's WrestleMania main event wasn't the main event that they had 3-4 months prior. So it's really hard to say who you think is going to be the main event of WrestleMania every year, especially this far out. So Jeff Hardy coming back to WWE? No. At least not till 2017. He's under contract with TNA for at least another year. Did you or do you go to college? I did go to college back between 2007 and 2010. I was going for graphic design and video editing. Guys, you only need to thank Eva for violating the wellness policy. Because of her, Nikki Bella is back. Yes. If Eva did not get suspended, Nikki would not have been at SummerSlam. she probably would have shown up on Smackdown Thursday, but she would not have been on SummerSlam. Who's your favorite commentator of all time and now? Ooh, that's a tough one. Of all time, it's going to sound cliche, but probably Jim Ross of all time. And right now, Mauro Ranallo. For sure, Mauro. Would you like to see the women's main event this WrestleMania? Bayley and Sasha main eventing WrestleMania would be great, but I doubt it's going to happen. Like, it would be great, but... Let's see, what other questions do you got? Thank God Eva got suspended. I wonder what the original plan for Nikki's return was. Yeah, it is interesting to see if we can figure that out. I will look into it and see if I can find anything out on what they were planning for Nikki Bella's return, before she was, thrown into this match. What is my real name? My real name is Tim. The Kurt Angle situation, that's a tough one because he thought he was coming back, but now WWE saying no. I know he did have I think it was a over the phone meeting with Triple H, so I don't know exactly what's going on with that. MVP is telling people he is not coming back because WWE did not offer him enough money. Any news on Eric Young? Yes. I have heard that Eric Young signed, and he may, now this is a big may re-debut at the next set of tapings. I never really looked. What do you think? Nikki's finisher, I think it works for her because, she was doing the rack attack, and so this is kind of like a modified version if you say, you can say that this is a modified version of the rack attack, so she didn't have to change up her finisher all that much. What do you expect them to call the SmackDown Live Women's title? I know they won't call it the Women's Universal Championship, and if they do, that would be the dumbest thing ever, especially with both Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan making jokes about the name Universal Championship, so I thought she was going to hit an AA. That would have been funny. Are you watching What Culture Pro Wrestling on YouTube? I have watched a couple episodes. I think I'm behind by 2. Do you think Randy's actually injured? And what was your favorite superstar and women's growing up and on the main roster now? Randy Orton injured. I don't think he's injured. I think the cut was real. Favorite superstar growing up? Stone Cold Steve Austin. Favorite woman was probably Trish Stratus. On the main roster now, Seth Rollins is my favorite. And favorite female was probably Bayley. Any news on Velvet Sky? I have heard if the WWE does a women's tournament like the Cruiserweight Classic, she could come in for that. Milky Way Women's Championship. That's a good one. Did you see Dean Ambrose? Beth Glam Slam. Yes, I did, and that was pretty funny. The Glamazon Slam. Yes. WWE seems so unorganized and messed up at the moment. It's not that they're unorganized. It's that what I can say is there's things that happen backstage that they can't predict, so sometimes they have to change things up on a whim. Do you watch JD from New York? Yes, I do watch JD from New York. I've been watching him for quite a while, and I guess I can say he's one of my inspirations because I love the way his shows go, and I'd love to have half as many subscribers as he does, but I know I'll get there eventually if I just keep working at it. But I have watched him for quite some time. Jeff Hardy not going back to WWE. No, Chauncey, Jeff Hardy, at least not for at least a year or so. SmackDown needs more superstars. It's not that SmackDown needs more superstars. It's that, no, they don't. I feel like as long as they keep going as they are, I think they can get a little bit better and a little bit better every week, which they have been getting better every week. And if they can develop actual storylines, then I think things are going to really work well for them. When is Kurt Hawkins debuting? I don't know when Kurt Hawkins is going to debut. I would assume at or before Backlash. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Grimm's Toy Show, without a doubt. I watch his stuff all the time. SmackDown doesn't need more superstars. They need to focus. Yes, Like I said, they need to focus on building up the stars they have there. And since it's only a 2-hour show, they really don't need any more than what they have. I'm happy with Smackdown. Bringing older stars. They can bring some. What editor did you use? I use Adobe After Effects and Premiere. Why did Brock Lesnar bust Randy Orton open? Was it the plan? I don't know if it was the plan or not. We have something in common with Toys Grim. We have something in common with Grimm's Toy Show. What do you think are the next superstars to be released and next superstars to be suspended? You can't know that. Noah Caster is asking who do I think is going to be released next. You really can't know that because there's guys that get released that nobody even sees coming. So, and suspensions, no one expected Roman to get suspended. So, let's see. He can get a little cringeworthy at times though. Worst pay-per-view of the year. Are you asking about just this year? So, I don't know if you're asking this year or like last year. Of which year was the worst pay-per-view so far? Did you like SummerSlam stage tonight? Yes, I did like the stage once I saw it all lit up and with the graphics on it. Rosa Mendes for Women's Champ. She has started training to come back. She's been at the Performance Center. Sasha is injured, not suspended. We don't know. The word is that she's probably injured, not suspended, but we'll wait and see tomorrow. I love your channel. Been watching since December. Well, I appreciate that, Sarah Small. I really do. We've actually grown a lot since December. I've changed some stuff up, the graphics and whatnot. And oh no, Billy. I wasn't saying she's going to be the women's champ, but she is working on returning to the main roster and stuff. Do you have a Twitter? Yes, we do. Our Twitter is at. I always forget this. The Twitter is at PWU Unlimited. We're also on Instagram, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Yes, she does still exist. She's just been gone because she had a baby girl. Did Tajiri sign with the WWE? I heard that he may have, and if not, he's given them some sort of indication that he will sign. Rosa to Raw or SmackDown? I don't know. We don't know when she's coming back, so you have to wait and see exactly which brand needs the extra woman. Bayley to Raw or SmackDown? I said this earlier. Bayley will probably go. I've heard some say that she should go to Raw, but they may add her to SmackDown just for the depth of, good women's wrestlers. That would be a disaster from Charlotte and Sasha to Rosa Mendes. Yes, that would. Alright, coming up on almost 50 minutes here on this live stream. Great. I miss Sasha already. We're going to have to wait and see exactly what happens. What do you think about Star Wars? You are a very dedicated YouTuber. I could only dream in having the equipment and the motivation. You have great work. This took a lot of time. I didn't just start it one day. No, I've been working on starting this for a while, and it just all finally came together last July. So it does take a lot of work, to get your name out there, to get the right kind of information, to know what information you should put out and what information you shouldn't put out there. Because sometimes you'll read something and think, oh, everybody needs to know that. But sometimes you can think that, and then 10 minutes later, it get changed, and then you don't look good to your viewers because they think, oh, you just say whatever. So you really gotta. In reporting, in any kind of reporting, you got to know when to put stuff out and when to wait. So, you've done a great job, dude. Thanks, Billy. Thanks a lot. See, I forgot to mention that I'm right texture. Okay, on Xbox One. I don't play much Xbox One, but I will add you on there. Actually, wait, did you just add me? I'll check. Alright, Rye Trickster, gotcha. Emma. Yeah, Emma will most likely go to Raw. From what? Because I think before she got injured, well, she was supposed to be with Dana Brooke, and then Dana Brooke I put with Charlotte, but I think Emma will go to Raw. That does make sense. Let's see. Elias Lee says, to be honest, I would love to see them build up Alexa Bliss. I feel as if they should have a fatal 4-way match for the WW. Was it the Women's Championship? Smackdown Women's title. Gotcha. Yeah, that would be a good one to have like a multi-woman match. Feud with Dana Brooke. That would help Dana Brooke an awful lot. Have Emma come in and stuff, so... Can you add me on PS4? Yes, I will add you either tonight or in the morning. Let's see. Rad. Danny. 920 PS4. Shane vs. Brock coming. That is really unknown because I've heard two different things, and one thing I have heard is that them sending Shane out there was kind of a on-the-fly call. 6:12 a.m. No sleep till Raw. I'll wake up 4 p.m. again tomorrow. Alright, well, if you're going to head out, thanks for being here on the live stream. I appreciate it. I know I'll see your name pop up and talk to you again soon. Rey Mysterio news. Rey Mysterio is signed on with Lucha Underground right now. So, as far as I know, he can't come back to the WWE. Luke Harper, from what I've been told, could come back either August or September. He had, I think it was an ACL injury. Elias Lee. Yes, I will add you on PS4. Darkling Gaming. Alright. Currently playing Grand Theft Auto. Nice. I had that back on the Xbox 360. I haven't played that game in so long. You should do more live streams. I think I will. I know I'm going to start doing them after every pay-per-view because it just makes a lot of sense because I'll do the full reviews, but I like having your guys' interaction and getting your thoughts on it as well and being able to talk with you guys, and so that way it's just not like one guy here just talking and then whatever. So I think it makes the, I guess, whole but live stream and the recap and review more, I guess, how would I say it, entertaining, because I'm interacting with people and not just talking to myself, I guess. But I do plan on at least doing them after every pay-per-view. What happened to the podcast? I tried doing the podcast, but I feel like it just, first, for one, it didn't get enough views. It wasn't getting enough views, and for two, I just feel like it didn't flow with me doing it by myself. I don't know if it's just me, because I know there's other people that do single-man podcasts, and they go over well, but I think it was just, for me, either I need to find a co-host, or I need to do it live, so I have your guys, in the chat and stuff. But text WWE Twitter release news about Orton. I will check it right now. Now, just because they release news on Orton, it doesn't mean that it's, 100%. It could be storylines, but let's see. I'll let you guys check this out with me. Let's check it out together. Let me throw the screen up there for you. Window capture. Ooh, my bad. It's not what I wanted to do. Alright, I'll just check it myself. Let's see, WWE Twitter. Sorry about that. There is something they're saying about Randy Orton. AJ Lee, I don't see AJ Lee coming back. Especially with her being with CM Punk. And alright, WWE.com says that Randy Orton injury update. WWE.com has learned that Randy Orton has received 10 staples to close a laceration on his forehead while following the brutal assault by Brock Lesnar that resulted in TKO at SummerSlam. I'll show you guys the image they posted with it. Let's see. The image they show. That's the image they've posted on their .com. Orton had to get what they said was 10 staples. Now that's legit. I could see that being legit, but wait, when is Phil Brooks making his UFC debut? UFC debut, UFC 203. Let me get you the date on that one. UFC 203 date. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's in like 3 weeks. September 10th will be CM Punk's UFC debut. Alright, keep these questions going. Like I said, if you guys keep the questions going, I'll stay up. I'll stay on the live chat. Alright. Next one. Okay, thank you. I enjoy every report you've done. Thank you. You're welcome, Alfredo. Thank you for watching the videos and subscribing. I watched UFC for the first time last night. My reactions, damn, what a punch. Yes, that fight last night will most likely, the Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz fight will most likely win fight of the night. Alright, let's see. Any news on Nia Jax's first feud? No. All I've heard is she's going to keep squashing. Just on the website, Nikki Bella has joined SmackDown. Yes, Nikki Bella is for sure going to be on SmackDown. That's why they added her to the SmackDown tag match. Let's see if there's any more news I can give you guys here tonight. I feel like there's not going to be much now, but we get a pretty good amount probably in the morning. Let's see if I got any updates myself. Check my email here. I don't think I've gotten anything. No. Okay, I do have something possibly. Give me 1 second and I will check it for you guys. What's going on with Alberto Del Rio? Del Rio was suspended. He failed a drug test. Suspended 30 days as of last Thursday. And he does have a, what they say is an out in his contract. His contract expires. He signed a 1-year deal last October. But in his contract, he signed a deal to where if he wants out a month early, he can get out. So Del Rio was looking to get out before he got suspended, so I don't see Del Rio sticking around in the WWE. Now, let me see, what is this first? Did you guys see during NXT TakeOver, they played a video and at the end it said Sanity? Now, there are 2 rumors to who that could be. It could either be indie star Crazy Marie Dobson, who they recently signed to WWE Developmental, or, and this one I think could be it, it could be for Eric Young. Because, you know, sometimes Eric Young's not all there. His sanity. So, that could have been an indication for Eric Young. Or it could have been for Crazy Marie Dobson. I'm not really, I think I've seen a few things on Dobson, but I'm not exactly sure if it's the same person I'm thinking of or not. But those are the 2 names that people are trying to associate with that, I guess, video package, the Sanity package that played during TakeOver Brooklyn. Any news on Triple H? Nothing. And nothing more than he's going to wrestle next year at WrestleMania. But other than that, nothing on Triple H. Some say Tommy End. Maybe. I didn't think of that one. I know they did announce that he did. They announced officially they did sign Tommy End. So should WWE go out of the way to sign for their cruiserweight division? Roderick Strong. I think they are in talks with him. Sister Abigail. That's been the question since about 6 months after Bray Wyatt debuted. What's going on with the Sister Abigail? And nothing. Nothing that's made knowledgeable, at least. But Tommy End, he does a lot of indies. He's been on the indies all over. He's probably, out of all the guys on the indies, not like on TNA or ROH, he's one of the guys that a lot of people wanted to see go to WWE. I've only seen a couple of his matches, so I'm not too familiar with him. How do you find all the news? What sources do you use? Let's see, what sources do you use? I do have one source of well, let me rephrase this. I know a few people in the industry that know people in WWE. That's what I can say. And other stuff I get, going through all the different news sites and all the different dirt sheets and just other things that I hear, and then I look into it and I make sure that it's legit before I give it to you guys. Do you think you should bring back bragging rights? I guess no. Bragging rights was alright, but I don't think the rosters work as much as they did back then for a bragging rights pay-per-view. What side are you on, Raw or SmackDown? I was asked this earlier, and it's hard to pick which I would go with, Raw or SmackDown. Don't remember seeing... I would, but I'd get in trouble on YouTube for showing the whole video, so I can't. I'll put a link in the description once the video is up after the live stream's over, though. Let's see... Please sign Cedric. I think they are going to sign Cedric Alexander. And if they don't, they're crazy. See, RVD news, nothing that I've heard other than him doing a couple indie shows. That's about it. He hinted on Twitter a couple months ago, referring... They do that a lot. Make a reference to Sister Abigail, but then nothing comes of it. Is James Storm going to WWE? That's a tough one. Because James Storm says that he's done with TNA, but it could just be a way for him to either get more money from TNA or to get more control over his contract in TNA. Because why would James Storm go to WWE when he knows he's only going to work NXT? He's going to work all these dates for half the money he's making in TNA, working 3 times as much. So, plus he's almost 40. Could WWE bring Kenny Omega because he's hot? Here's the thing with Kenny Omega. He noted, I think it was on the Jim Ross podcast, the beginning of 2016, that WWE's offered him contracts like 3 times, and he turned them down every time. I've heard that he may be interested in coming now when his New Japan deal ends, but I'm not exactly sure if he will. Like I said, he's turned him down a couple times already, so Roadblocks 2 times in the same year. Yeah, I don't understand that either, them doing Roadblock again. Any news on Hulk Hogan? I have heard that they've opened up to working with Hogan again. I don't know in what capacity or how much they've opened up to it, but I have heard that they want to slowly maybe bring him back into the WWE universe. Bryan eventually becoming a wrestler. That's a tough one. If it was up to him, he may wrestle again. But with all the doctors telling him not to do it, he's going to listen to those doctors. And he's going to not wrestle until, the doctors tell him that it's okay. So, Conor McGregor coming to WWE when he retires. Maybe for a one-off deal, but I don't see Conor McGregor signing on to be a WWE superstar. Rage Kips, bye, I'm going to sleep. Alright, have a good night. Thanks for being here in the live stream. I think we're going to end it here in a couple of minutes. It's already been an hour and 5 minutes. 5 more minutes, and then we're going to wrap it up. But keep the questions coming. Keep the questions coming. Like I said, we reviewed SummerSlam. There wasn't much to come off of SummerSlam other than the whole Sasha Banks lost the title. And Randy Orton got busted open and needed 10 stitches. But other than that, nothing newsworthy came out of SummerSlam. Like, we didn't set up any new feuds. We just ended a bunch of old feuds. We kept the tag title feud on Raw going. So, nothing really, I don't know. SummerSlam was just there. It was a good show. Had good matches. But it didn't build towards anything in the future, in my opinion, other than Finn Balor is now the champ on Raw. What do you think of the Universal title? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think there was other ways they could have done it, but they didn't. What's going on with Tyson Kidd? Tyson Kidd, a little over a year ago, broke his neck. He had a dark match after an episode of Raw. Broke his neck because, well, you can't blame Joe, but he took a muscle buster, and I don't know if he did something wrong or if Joe did something wrong and he broke his neck. He needed neck surgery, and from what I've been hearing is that the WWE doctors are very, very, very skeptical on signing him. I have a suggestion. The Captain 379 has a suggestion. Excuse me. Comes out. I think you should do. I do want to do my career mode. I'm going to start it. I was going to do it this year, and I don't know what happened, but I'm going to try my hardest to do a full my career mode for you guys here on the channel for WWE 2K17. Bullet Club gone to TNA. Bullet Club ain't going to TNA, no. Do I think Nikki Bella's going to be the woman? There's a good chance Nikki Bella will be the champion on SmackDown for the women, yes. Can't forget about Nikki, story of the night. True. But, like I said earlier, like it was noted, if Eva Marie didn't get suspended, she wouldn't have come on SummerSlam. So it was really like a last-minute call. Well, not last minute, but yeah, she's back. We knew she was coming back any day because she got cleared, but fun fact, AJ Styles is just a god. Oh, yes, AJ Styles is a god. Let's see, has Brian Zane contacted you for Internet Darling Show? No, he has not. I'll say that I contacted him. He asked to see my channel, and I have not heard anything back from him. What's W's policy on racism? Do you just get fired? I don't know anything about their racism policy. Didn't bear the boos when they unveiled the title. They wanted to boo that title so bad that it hurt the beginning of the match. Every time JoJo said the word Universal, they booed. The Elite make fun of TNA on their channel. Oh, yeah. I want Melina versus Bayley match on Raw. I don't know if Melina's coming in. They've talked to her. There's interest on both sides, but that's about it. Who is Brian Zane? Brian Zane is one of the best wrestling YouTube pages. It is Wrestling with Regret. He is actually doing a show next year, WrestleMania weekend. He's getting a bunch of wrestling YouTubers together, and they're doing like a Q&A type of deal. He's got Grimm's Toy Show is going to be there. Adam from What Culture Pro Wrestling is going to be there. And I think he just announced Joe Cronin as well. But alright guys, it's been an hour and 10 minutes almost. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for being on the live chat with us. The SummerSlam recap and review live chat. Going to do this every WWE pay-per-view about hour after the pay-per-view goes off the air. I'm going to come on here live, give my thoughts, my opinions, hear some of your guys' opinions, chat with you guys about everything WWE.